Today's video was highly requested by one of you elves, and that is, what are some Sunday's best fragrances? Oh, I got a lot of them. In fact, I have 10. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're here. Yes, we're doing Sunday's best fragrances. Now, for those that are not familiar with what Sunday's best means, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for you. Sunday's best means the attire that you would wear to a Sunday function, namely church, but also other Sunday events. So think more so, not jeans, a little bit more dressy, a little bit more elevated, but not necessarily a black tie gown. Some will even classify this as dressy casual. It's the best way to put that. But alas, it is what you would wear. Usually, when we say that, especially here in the South and in the Bible Belt, it's what you wear to church. But as always, lipstick of the day today, everyone, is actually a gloss. And this is from Fenty, and this is Mauve Wives. This is an oldie but goodie in my collection. I feel like I've had this tube for like at least 2 years. I like it. It's a mauvey purple type of color. Details on the whole face and everything will be in the description box below, so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. Now, this fragrance did not technically make the list, but oh, it is it because I recently acquired it. This is absolutely a Sunday's best fragrance, and this is from the House of Amouage, and this is the 40 from their Exceptional Extrait line. This smells like pure aldehydic powder, and let me tell you something. It's a head turner, and this fragrance moved me back when I first smelled it. Was it like 6 months ago? And I still feel that way now. This is amazing, and absolutely I will wear this on Sundays for sure. Be if I was going to church, or whether I was going to a brunch, or say I was going to an event like a baby shower or something like that, wedding shower. It's a lot of different events you can go to that require Sunday's best. But I'm gonna watch this deal 40 absolutely would fit the bill. But alas, like I said, since it's new, it didn't formally make the list, but it does make the list. I'm gonna watch this deal 40, y'all. And now let's get into the 10 fragrances that have officially made my list. These are tried and true. The first fragrance is an absolute classic. I mean, she has stood the test of time at this point. She's a modern legend in my opinion. This is from the House of Chanel, and this is Coco Mademoiselle. Absolutely, this is a Sunday's best fragrance for sure. So one thing about this fragrance, it's a fruit-chuli scent, meaning fruity, but also with a patchouli base. One thing about this scent, there's a lot of notes in here. There's orange in here, there's mandarin, there's patchouli in here, of course. There's rose. It's beautiful. And one thing I will say about this list, you will notice a theme of like pink bottles and pink fragrances, because it's just kind of how that works out. Immediately you just get into femininity vibes, and all of them tend to be pink. It's just kind of how that works. But I had to start out with a certified OG at this point, and this again is from Chanel, and this is Coco Mademoiselle. Now the next one is a newer release, but it's still a new release on a classic, and this is from the House of Dior, and this is Miss Dior Parfum. You all, I've done a dedicated review on this fragrance already, and I've talked about it a whole bunch ever since it came out back in the springtime, because this right here is absolutely a Sunday's best fragrance. If y'all recall, this was my Sunday perfume in the springtime, so I had to put it on this list. So with the Dior, Miss Dior Parfum, the strawberry is the star here, y'all. There's main notes of apricot, there's mandarin, there's peach, there's wild strawberry in here too. And then there's patchouli in that base, amber, moss, and cedarwood. And as you can see, again, pink juice. I told you, it's a whole theme here. Fruity floral is also a fruit-chuli, in my opinion, is in that family, but it still smells different from the others. So when I say fruit-chuli, that's a classification, but of course they go in different directions. So absolutely, I can't recommend this fragrance enough, because this absolutely was my Sunday perfume for a whole season. It's really good, y'all. It's dressy, it's classy, it's feminine, and it's just perfect for a Sunday occasion. And that again is Dior's Miss Dior Parfum for 2024. Now this next one is for the rose lovers, particularly rose water in my opinion. This is from the House of Givenchy, and this is Irresistible Rose Velvet, y'all. This is beautiful. You all know I went back and forth about this fragrance for like a year, and I finally caved in and got it. It's romantic. It's like powdery rose water is what this is. There's pink pepper in here, y'all. There's blackcurrant in here. Neroli, rose water, there's some more rose, and then we have a base of patchouli in here too, and yes, the bottle's pink. But absolutely, this is a rose water fragrance, what it is. So it goes powdery, in my opinion, it dries down. Classically feminine. You have to like rose in order to like this scent. Gorgeous, and it also hugs the skin well. So this one is beautiful, and I absolutely recommend it for a Sunday perfume, and that again is Givenchy's Irresistible Rose Velvet. Now this next fragrance is such a good fragrance that I even bought the body care for. And y'all know I never buy body care. I'm not a body care girl. But for this one, it needed it and it deserved it. This is from the house of Jo Malone, y'all. And this is Jo Malone's Peony and Blush Suede. This is an OG. This is the only one of the regular cologne lines that I own, because the other ones are cologne intensives that I have from Jo Malone. But this one has always stood out to me, y'all. Peony and Blush Suede. And like I said, I have the body cream. I got the 50 ml of it. This is beautiful. The notes are very simple for this one, y'all. It has main notes of red apple, peony, and suede. Straight to the point. And I do have it sprayed out here too. For me, it is how that apple note meshes with the peony. It works. It works. It's just perfectly fruity and floral. Not heavy, and then the suede helps to make it smooth. This is one of those very inoffensive fragrances, because one thing about Jo Malone, they're not super loud. Nobody's really mad at it. It's one of those. So if you want something that's classically feminine, but it isn't too loud, but it still feels like a Sunday fragrance, this is the one for you. And this again is Jo Malone's Peony and Blush Suede. Now this next fragrance is from the house of Bond No. 9. And this right here is peak Sunday's best right here for sure. This is Bond No. 9's Madison Avenue. I've talked about this fragrance a lot on this channel. It also already has a dedicated review on the channel, so you know it's real. This right here, peak Sunday vibes. So y'all, we have notes of apple, bergamot essence, we got black currant, we got rose, we got jasmine, we got magnolia in here. I also have patchouli, ambroxan, and praline. It's the apple note for me. The apple to me up top with that praline in the base, and that patchouli in here makes this bad boy last. I remember when I first sampled this fragrance, I thought, oh, it's gonna be a weakling. You know, it's a baby pink bottle. It's not doing anything. I sprayed this on and I woke up and it was still loud. Like, in fact, I could smell it overnight. It was in my dreams because I had wore it to bed thinking it wasn't gonna do nothing. This scent woke up with me. So this one, she cute. Yes, she's a baby pink bottle, but don't let that fool you. The performance is there. She lasts. This one can take you from a Sunday service on the way down to the turn up or the brunch, as well as maybe to the family function. So we can have a well-rounded Sunday with this one because of how long this one lasts, in my opinion. And this again is Bond No. 9's Madison Avenue. I feel like it would be a disservice if I did not put this fragrance on here because it just works for a Sunday perfume. Although for a lot of people, she's a signature scent, and I totally understand it. This is from the House of Parfums de Marly, and this is the OG, yes, the original Delina. Yes, the original Delina, because it's definitely giving Sunday's best, but I still want to shut it down at the same time. It's that to me. So y'all, it has top notes of rhubarb, lychee, and bergamot. Then we have demonstrated rose and vanilla. And then we have base notes, y'all, of cashmere, and then we have musk and vetiver. Well, one thing about Delina, she's tart and she lasts and she definitely projects. She leaves a trail. So this is definitely giving Sunday's best. But again, you want to turn heads too. They gonna know you were there. They definitely gonna know you was in the building for sure wearing Delina, because she's beautiful, but she's powerful at the same time. And as I've said in my Parfums de Marly video talking about the 3 Delinas, you all know this is my favorite one, and I stand on that. So again, this is Parfums de Marly, the original Delina. This next fragrance is so slept on, in my opinion. This is from the house of MFK, Maison Francis Jean, Paris, of course. And this is Feminine Pluriel. People do not talk about this fragrance. I do not understand why, because she is a powerhouse. Let me tell you why. Yeah, we have top notes of iris, we got violet and jasmine, and then we have orange blossom too in here. We got May rose, we have vetiver, and then the base, y'all, we have patchouli. I mean, she's pink, but y'all, she packs a punch. Let me tell you. You gotta like iris though for this one, and I love iris. Iris creates a very powdery effect, powdery floral effect in a fragrance. So I'm gonna tell you right there, iris and patchouli are the stars here. So this is one that's old school femininity. So truly Sunday's best. It almost takes me back to some of the older ladies I would smell at church and whatnot growing up. That's why I like this one, but it's still modern at the same time. I like it. It's vintagey modern. This is how I would classify it in my head. This one is beautiful, and this is another one that lasts. It lasts, and that's why I'm like, why do people not talk about her enough? I just do not understand. I have noticed too that they have now updated the bottle. I have the old school rose gold bottle, and now it comes in just a gold bottle, which I'm not a fan of, but anywho, it's more about the juice. This bad boy right here, if you like iris and patchouli, this is your Sunday's best perfume for sure. And this again is MFK's Feminine Pluriel. Now this next one is a little bit more playful, and we're going a different direction, and no, the bottle isn't pink. This is from the house of Memo Paris, you all, and this is Granada. This one is so pretty to me. It is Orange Blossom Balm in my opinion, but it's powdery at the same time. So this one is more on the powdery sweet wavelength, just to switch it up. I'm here for it. So y'all, we have pomegranate, we got bergamot, we have lily of the valley, we have rose, heliotrope, we have orange flower, then we have jasmine, absolute, amber, vanilla, and musk. Sweet, orangey goodness, musky powderiness going on in here. And there's still a little bit of summertime nostalgia in this fragrance that just makes me go, yes. But it's powdery though, so it's the powder effect is why I would still classify this as a Sunday's best perfume, because it's not too sweet. It's still grown up, but she isn't too old. She's still youthful. That's what I like about this one. She's still fun, she's still youthful, but she's still grown at the same time. So that is why I have to add Memo Paris's Granada to this list. All right, y'all, last two. Now this next one is a newer release, and I've talked about this one as being a very classically pretty feminine scent, easy reach, and absolutely this would be great for Sunday's best perfume, particularly if you're running late, but you still want to smell good. You all, we gotta do Roja Parfum, y'all, Elysium Parfum. Elysium Parfum, she's pretty. She is a pretty feminine fragrance, and it just smells like something you would wear on a Sunday or to a Sunday-like event to me. The good thing is too, by the way, I've already done a full dedicated review on this fragrance, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. But notes for Elysium Parfum, y'all, we have main notes of mandarin with peach, peony, climate, violet, and musk in here. This is a fruity floral scent is what it is. It's fruity floral, but in my opinion, it also goes a little bit soapy and clean, which nobody's mad at. Fruity floral, soapy is what I get from this fragrance. Very mass appealing, nobody's mad at this. But at the same time, I don't smell this everywhere, so that's why I still like this fragrance. So it's perfectly suited as a Sunday's best fragrance in my opinion, so I highly recommend Roja Parfum's Elysium Parfum. And the last fragrance I'm gonna wrap it up with, now this one is a heavy hitter. Ooh, she good. This one is, yes. She is a showstopper in my opinion, but she's still a Sunday's best fragrance. So she's doing enough, but not too much at the same time. She's very demure, she's very mindful, okay? So next up, y'all, we gotta round things out with Amouage's Honor Woman. Honor Woman, y'all. This right here, class in a bottle. Class. So let's talk about it, y'all. We have top notes of rhubarb, coriander, and black pepper. We have heart notes, y'all, of gardenia, lily of the valley. We have jasmine, carnation, and tuberose, all the florals. Base notes, we have our amber, open ox, leather, and frankincense. One thing about Amouage, they're gonna give you some heat in the base. It's gonna be some heat. It may start off light, but it's gonna get heavier as it goes on, that's for sure. The opening, you get that pepper in it for sure. But then you get all of those florals in that middle. The gardenia, the lily of the valley, the tuberose, you get all of that. And then in the base, which really comes out, that open ox, the amber, heavy hitting. Heavy hitting. Because when you first smell this, you'd be like, oh, okay, it's a white floral or just super floral type of fragrance. I smelled it before, but oh no. This is one thing about Amouage, you spray it on your skin and then you wear it, you're like, oh. She morphs and she gets more beastly. So this is one, should I say, Sunday's best with a little dash of nice nasty with it. That's what it's giving to me. This is beautiful. I always would have love for Amouage's Honor Woman. It's just beautiful and a heavy hitter for sure. She gonna shut it down. So all right, everyone, that wraps up my list of Sunday's best fragrances. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my list? Also, what are your suggestions as a Sunday's best fragrance? What are you wearing on Sunday? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, we'll have a good time and I will read those comments. And I've had fun making this video. Thank you all for suggesting this topic because yeah, we don't talk about it enough. This is fun. I will catch y'all in the next video, elves. Bye, y'all.